Alright, look, I still quit, but I try to be a man of my word, so I hope y'all like this new little mini series I get.
Hey, look at my wrists on aqua. Got her singing like the opera. Got her calling out the Allah. I might go fuck some comments. 18 now, I might fucking your mama. Keep talking shit, turn you pussies to bust. Some very guapo. Might fuck on no model. Just hit the lotto.
Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna be going over my different loadouts that I got for custom Shao, as well as other loadouts that I've seen people try and make that I've saw, that have caught my interest and that I see potential in but haven't quite explored yet. I've tried to go into a few of them, but I'm gonna try to go over them as much as I can. But right now, this very first god, I'm gonna be going with what I consider to be probably the best one overall in terms of at any level. Like I think it has the most success if you go from beginners, mediums, even at the higher level, it's still pretty effective. So I'm going to be going over this one. If you guys see my variation names, yes, I'm pretty pissed about the whole Titanium Tigers bullshit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Titanium Tigers Pro Comp 2021, and you'll see some fuckery, and you know what I'm talking about. Alright, now let's get into my variation. Alright, so this one is much like V3. I played a lot like V3. I'm going to try and see if I can find some pointers that I maybe didn't mention, or, new tech that I found in the last one. But if you haven't seen my V3 video, go check that out, because a lot of this custom revolves around it. So if you haven't, please save yourself some time, because if you're wondering why I don't talk about a lot of shit, it's probably in that video. Like, I'm going to be skipping a lot of the basics. I'm going to be going over kind of the main thing. Okay, so the biggest problem I found in V3, besides the lack of KBs, was that you don't really have a mid to check somebody with. And honestly, Wrathhammer I think is very underrated. Just because your opponent is forced to block it, unless you're fighting this dumb twat. Sorry, let me just... Pretty sure it's this one. Royal Balchinian. Sindel is such a cunt. All my homies hate Sindel. Alright, but basically, a few moves can go under it, but a lot of people either don't know this tech, or, it's actually pretty tough to time. Cassie Cage, I believe, can also go under this with the gunshot. Aaron Black goes under it with the... Any move where they practically lay down, it catches Sub-Zero slide, it catches Fujin slide. Yeah, it does catch Fujin, and it also catches, like Liu Kang when he does a low fireball. It catches most moves. A lot of the cast can't do anything but block this shit, so that's why I really think it's a underrated move in that aspect. But yeah, just so you guys can see it for yourself, I'm gonna see if I can do it. Yeah, this shit. Yeah. See, I should run right under that shit. Trash, ain't it? Well, that's what you get for picking Shao Kahn. That was your first mistake. But yeah, so much like V3, a lot of your stuff stays the same. I know a lot of people talk about hammer setups, like, ending a combo or something like this. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Let me go to the left, so that way I can... No, left. So that way I can kind of showcase the mid-screen shit better. You can do something like that, and then it forces you, because your opponent has to block it. But the thing is, guys, is that Shao Kahn's projectiles are super minus, unlike a lot of the casts. Like, if you throw it, like, in this range, you're gonna get punished. Let me turn on the frame data for both players. No, not record. Just need her to block. That would be great. Minus 17 from here. Minus 18 from there. You see what I mean? Like, you're gonna get punished if you throw it out here. A good player for you higher level guys will get punished here. You'll get punished for throwing it like from here. A lot of projectiles are punishable from that range, but I'm just reminding you because even though it's mid, it's still not something you should use. Please, for the love of God, if you're anywhere in this range, do not use it to meaty somebody, because one forward roll and you're fucked. Because the recovery on this is huge. Where's the recovery? I think I needed to miss. See if I can ever jump, maybe. 45. That's not good. Minus 76. That's not good. But that's why, like, Seeking Wrathhammer is good. So, I mean, if you want to stick to V3, you can. Just, again, a good player is going to figure out that that fucking projectile is just fuckery, basically. So, a lot of you may have noticed that I made a video making fun of the lack of buffs that they gave Shao Kahn. Honestly, the down 4, if you guys learn how to do this consistently, is actually really strong. I can't stress it enough how strong it is. I just, you know, like, I've really gave it some thought, and Shao Kahn is not a bad character. He's just not cheap. And unfortunately, except for maybe, like, 2 other characters, he's the only one that's not cheap, and that's what makes him seem horrific. What I'm trying to say is that if you're going to use Shao Kahn, guys, you have to be on it. You cannot lay back and relax at any point, unlike you can do with the rest of the cast. This Kodo, you know, you got the life lead, sit back, cast some sun, you're solid. Sindel, jump back, throw up those stupid ass orbs, you're solid. Liu Kang, fucking pressure him out, chip him out, you're solid. Shao Kahn, you can't do none of that. Everything's either unsafe, or you're going to be relying a lot on this jailing and this shit jailing. So if you notice, I have Sindel set to duck, meaning if I don't jail this properly, it'll whiff. So you see how I took a little longer there? Wait. See how she went under at that time? That plus 20 really helps, guys. You can really jail this now. It's a lot easier. You dash up and you get a free, and again, for those of you that don't know, Shao Kahn's jab is plus 4, which is the exact same amount of plus frames as Sub-Zero's forward 4, which, as we all know, Sub-Zero gets a free down 1 every time. But Sub-Zero doesn't have a 10 frame mid. We do. Catch your opponent not blocking and shit, which for you lower level, more casual players, you will, especially in Combat League. If you're playing a Sindel, you're guaranteed to do this. But basically, for you higher level guys, do 1-4 if you want, because a lot of people try to press knowing it's plus 4, because you have to be frame perfect to do a standing 1, have it blocked, and then go into forward 3. You have to be frame perfect, and even then it will trade with a 6 frame poke. So Gearus, Sub-Zero, Terminator can all check you if they press down 1 immediately. So the best thing to do is that. And let me fix this again. On hit, that's why, sorry, let me... Oof. On hit, if they get hit, again, this is also plus 20, and you're a lot closer. So this jails into a variety of things. You can do that. Up close, you can... Shit. If you feel yourself a little too far, because if you're noticing it's whiffing from about like this range. Ooh. So from this range, you see that's kind of whiffing. There we go. Oh, no, still catching her. Alright. Pretty good. Alright, yeah, so at max range, this whiffs. But, however, if you hit her... So, I think here it whiffs? Yeah. Yeah, so right here... Let me make sure this is the right range, just so I can keep it consistent for you guys. Nope. Slight move. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, yeah, so... Oh, I forgot to update it. Okay, let's try... See how it's whiffing now? Sorry. What you can do... Ooh. Dang, I gotta... You still have the forward dash? But so, because it's plus 20, this move is 13 frames, it'll come out in 7. Meaning, unless they poke after it, which, honestly, they might, but you can still check them. And a lot of the time, the sweep as well. You have to do a slight dash out, but if you get the back 2, and again, there's a whole set of mind games you can do, because a lot of people don't even know about this move. Yeah, the back 2 has even more range than the sweep, but the sweep is really good, because there's a lot of mind games that come with the sweep, because obviously on block, etc. Auto. Yeah. The sweep is -2, meaning that unless they do a jab, I mean, unless they do a poke, sorry. Yeah, you basically force your opponent to either down one or deal with the fact that you're gonna you're either gonna they know that you're either gonna try to. I'm sorry, I'm fucking this up. You force your opponent to guess, are you gonna do a down one or are you gonna flawless block them? Because obviously that's something I like to do. Let me try reversal attack. Main squeeze, custom. We'll do custom reversal. Yeah, and then we gotta record that. Sorry, guys. Shit, I did it way too slow. Too fast. There we go. Wait. Sorry. Shit. Damn, bro. It's possible. It's not even that hard. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Can't flawless block now. Bro, I'm really struggling to flawless block this. There we go. Get something like that. That's not even optimal. But you get what I'm saying? You force your opponent to basically down one. I'm fucking it up again. Why can't I low? There we go. It's a lot easier for me online. I guess you just have so much more time offline. There we go. Oh, no, let's get that. Alright, okay, I'm dropping combos, but that's a YouTube curse. But, okay, y'all get the point. With this jail, I know I'm probably going to skip this in my other videos. I might go over briefly, just in case people don't watch this one. But basically, the poke buff is really solid, because now you can jail if you're down one. And obviously, you know, once your opponent gets a hold of the... Here, so let me set them to block auto again. +4, meaning I get another free poke. So what I like to do online especially is that. I'll go into that. Against certain characters that can check you from that range, in which, meaning like you can't backdash out of any attacks that they do. For example, Sindel can forward 4. Johnny, I think it's forward 4, that little kick where he kind of walks up. Kodal, you know what I mean? Characters like that. In that sense, you can start to flawless block when you think they're going to do it. You can't do it against Sindel's forward 4, but you can do it against Johnny's forward 4. I think it's forward 4, correct me if I'm wrong, or it's forward 3. It's that little kick move he does. But, I'm trying to think who else. Kodal, you know, forward 2. You can easily flawless block that online, especially if you're anticipating it. So after you land something like that, you know what I mean? So, you'd be like right about here. Be right about here. That's if they block it. You know, you'd be right about here. A lot of characters, if they throw an attack, you're usually walking back and you'll make them whiff. Prime example, Terminator, Jackie. Characters like that really can't check you from this range. Sorry. Especially if you get it from the max distance. Right about here. Yeah, you see how much space there is right here? This is a lot of space for me to back up, make you whiff, because a lot of people just automatic, and this is just how the meta goes. When you block your opponent's poke, you immediately go in for an attack because it's your turn. Now, for you mid-high level guys, this is your opportunity to make them whiff. And like I said in my V3 video, this is the variation where you're gonna capitalize like a motherfucker on that shit, because Shao Kahn hits like a truck in this variation. I am tragic at doing combos. I think it's because it's offline. I've been playing online so much against my clan. Hush hush. I'm not playing Combat League too often. I play it like once every few days. And it'll usually be like one set and it gets really ugly. So then I end up getting off. It scares me back into the shadows. Okay, so again, what sets us apart from the V3, the Wrath Armor, you do get the KB, but your opponent's got to be kind of stupid to get hit by that, honestly. If you get hit by that, you don't lab, period, because that's been the KB requirement since day one. And if you don't know it by now, I don't know what to tell you. But again, that's also the optimal, for those of you that are wondering. is what I like to do is after the spear charge, 3 of these. Fucking get up again. You do 3 back 3s. 1, 2. Oh my god. I am struggling to get it out. Pause. But you can get 2 back 1s after instead of just 1. You can get 2. It's actually not even that hard. Especially once you... I would practice it online more so than practice mode because I'm doing it in practice mode and I can't fucking get it. Yeah, now I'm whiffing it. I whiff it rarely, but the more I've been doing it, now I almost never drop it unless I'm offline like how I am right now. I've heard someone say that they tried 4 of these. Yeah, it's... Good luck with that guy. I think you could get 4. I don't know if it's optimal though. Let's test out the damage. Oh, come on. For fuck's sake. Yeah, honestly, it seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. And that night, I just can't get 4 back 3s in a row. It's like a fucking talent, apparently, just to land them offline. Yeah, that's... You're better off just doing 3. And if you're really nervous, guys, like if you guarantee have the game with the ender, just do that. Simple, easy, standing force. You know, it's 13 frames. If you want that 10 frame high, you feel more safe doing this one. Go ahead. Let me see if we set her to breakaway. Yeesh, 171. But you can get 2. I really want to showcase it. The 2 standing ones. Are you fucking serious right now? Like, what speed do I have to be functioning at for this to work? Let me just chillax. This is why I can't win in offline tourneys, because this shit is just so different from online. And it's not even that I'm trash. It's just the fucking, like, input stuff is so different. Y'all see me online. I've done it online. Fuck y'all. Fuck it. Okay, another thing I've been utilizing, again, I always stress this, Shao Kahn's up 2 is probably the best in the game, hands down. And his up 3 is the furthest in the game, hands down. So, using that to my knowledge, you want to be flawless blocking as much as you can. However, if you're going to go this route, which I do recommend you do, but if you do, because this is the route I use, but if you do go this route, you have to be aware of your meter at all times. You have to start getting more used to looking at it, because even I still fuck it up once in a while. I'll forget I don't have any, and then shit goes south. But, again, I'll try and... Ah, shit, that was... There we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I do stuff like this. Wait for it. Shit. So at this point of the trade, but if I think they're gonna do it right away, oh shit. You can flawless block this, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Everyone pokes after this, is what I've noticed. And, come on now. But you can get shit like this off a jump kick, which is, especially if you're Shao Kahn, it's really difficult to fucking deal with. You know what I mean? If you do it early. How late does it have to be? Bro, this is low-key embarrassing. Might not even be able to... Oh my god. But you get the point. You can flawless block after a jump kick, and with Shao Kahn, your jump kick's awesome. Like the hit region is huge, and because of that, you can gain access to damage. And again, the reason I stress that you should start trying to flawless block a Shao Kahn is because unlike most of the cast, he can do damage after a flawless block, like a lot of damage. A lot of the cast is getting around 20 to 23% when they launch you after a flawless block. Shao Kahn is getting 30 and up. And that's the difference. And that's why I really stress that if you can master flawless blocking, Shao Kahn becomes a much more dangerous character to fight. Shit. Let me... Fuck. See that? Look at that. Off a flawless block, I'm getting 38%. Did it cost 2 bars of offensive meter and a bar of defensive meter? Yes, but by the time I'm done with the combo, I already got the defensive meter back, as you can see right now. It's already back. So again, like, especially in the corner, you know, you force pressure, do stuff like this. Then, you know, you jump in, make sure they can't anti-air you, so do a jump kick. If they do block it, flawless block the down one. And this creates a mind game, which you can then capitalize on. Because obviously, if they think you're going to start flawless blocking, they might do something like a throw. So, let's get them... You know, you can do something like this. Then you can get even more damage. You can get something like this. You get the point. I'm not even using the KB. This is if you already used it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I can't get this goddamn back 3 shit right. See that? They just ate 46% for trying to read you. You know what I mean? And this is why I don't think he's a bad character. He just requires a lot more brain activity, which is unfortunately not the theme of this game. But if you're playing Shao Kahn, it is so rewarding, and I think that's why I just struggle to let go of this fucking character, is because he's so fun, and when you finally do get something right, oh, you feel so fucking good. Better than sex. That was a lie. Also, I've noticed interactables. Do not be afraid to use them, especially because you can armor through a lot of your opponent's attacks a lot of the time. Let me just... Oh, if you armor through it, oh yeah, sorry. If you use armor, you lose all offensive meter and 1 bar of defensive, so it's pretty much... This is something I do if I want to end the round, and I don't want to deal with, you know, flawless blocks and shit. It has a different timing for when you wake up 3, so it's not necessarily safe, but you're not going to get flawless blocked if they're trying to read that. Every other option, unless they just neutral jump. But again, against Shao Kahn, your opponent's got to be like horrendously stupid to keep jumping against him, because not only is this one of the greatest anti-airs of all time, but Shao Kahn's up to literally hits from fucking up here. It hits if you're standing directly above him, it should hit. I've had it not, but let's not talk about that. This game's got enough hitbox issues. I don't want to add to the fire. What else I got for this for this one? Again, this is a damage one, so my advice when you do find... But again, much like I said for V3, you do not have a whole lot of crushing blows. So when you do capitalize on a crushing blow, you want to just max out on damage. So this isn't optimal, but this is if they broke... So like, let's have a breakaway, just to get an idea. So if you do the throw KB, which is the best one, and they try to break away right away... You get something like that. They tried to break away and they still hit 48. Almost 49%. You know what I mean? And if you're fighting Sonya, Jackie, Cassie, that's like 50 pretty much. Maybe higher. If they break away a little late... So like what I'll do a lot of the time is I'll do something like this. So a lot of people like to break away after the back 3. Sorry, she's supposed to not do that. Dumb bitch. Shit. I tried to be fast. That's usually what happens. Which is even more damage. You eat 54 if you do that. If you're in the corner, heaven forbid your opponent... This is why I say, try to bait out the armor break. Play it safe. If your opponent's kind of low on health, like let's say if they're on like... Let me just give you an idea, that's why of how much it'll do. If your opponent's got like 45, you know, that's a significant amount. But if you're getting something like a down 2 crushing blow, that'd be a little more optimal, obviously. If you want to finish it out. Okay, no spear charge. Fuck it. Oh, sorry. There we go. Boom. Death. 46. Death. Unless it's Kodo, because Kodo's cheat. Well, Shao too. Shao's bonus health, so maybe not. But, like, let's have her not do it. I just want to give you guys an idea. Let's just give this bitch 90. So if I want, like, if your opponent's really stupid, my mistake, I fucked it up. I've had people do this too. A lot of people break away after the second back 3, which is still risky. In fact, again, you eat even more damage than before. You eat 54 last time. Oh, come on now. Come here. Stupid bitch. Okay, no back 3. That's cool too. Oh, fucking YouTube curse, I tell you. I fucked it up again. Okay, that was mental. It's because I was so concerned about the back 3 coming out. I didn't think about actually doing it. Okay. Heaven forbid you break away at that point. Fuck's sake. 58? 59. This is the variation where if you cash out, you fucking cash out. Oh, sorry, I need that bitch to not break away. Ooh. Let me try. You could get something like this, I believe. You gotta cross them up, maybe. If y'all want videos on this kind of shit, Combo God Gaming got some pretty dope videos on Shao's combo damage potential, but it's usually pretty, you know, like situation specific. I don't know why I struggled to say that, but here we are. I think that pretty much does it for the variation specific stuff. Honestly, if you haven't seen the V3, just go look at it. Everything else I talked about is pretty universal. You know, shit like this. Oh, again, I actually want to emphasize the meaty thing that I talked about with you guys the other day. So the best time to do it, my suggestion, would it work on auto if I did it after a throw? Oh, forgot to fucking... Just so you guys know I'm not full of shit. So minus 17, but do you see where I'm at? A lot of people can't punish this. A lot of characters won't, you know what I mean? And even if they can, so obviously I'm not saying to do this every single time, because eventually they will. They will punish this eventually. Minus 17 is still minus 17. But the point is that, you know, if you're usually, so if you're doing a forward throw, because you'll be doing a lot of throws with your plus frames, you know, you get them accustomed to blocking this when they get up, and you know they get used to you backing up, and then you land a throw one time and they want to advance because you're backing up, and then you check them with this. I can't tell you how many matches I've ended against high-level players, or at least a round, using this to end it, just because it's a check. And if I have a life lead, like let's say I'm at this much health, what do I have to lose? At this point, yes, it's MK11, your health can be depleted in a matter of 10 seconds, but I'm just saying it's a good check to use. I'm not saying it's a great check, it's a good check. And because, again, it's a mid, your opponent can't low profile this, nothing low profiles this at all. That's the one good thing about it. And again, you see this distance right here, who's punishing this consistently? Not even Shao is going to punish this consistently. Unless he has spear charge, shoulder charge. Shoulder charge can. Look at that. Look at this distance. Your opponent has to deal with this. And look at, you see where I'm at? Like, look at where I'm standing. I mean, for fuck's sake. No one's punishing this consistently without using, you know, some sort of charge attack. In which case, obviously, be careful. Don't use it. But like Sindel, what is Sindel gonna do? Oh, that's right, amp screen. I don't know how many frames that is. But like Terminator, I'm trying to think who else. You know what I mean? And even then, again, your opponent has to be on it. Minus 17 is punishable, but Sindel's back 2 is minus 17, and pro players don't even punish that consistently. So again, keep this in mind, especially if you've never used it in the entire match yet. Just think about it. Just be like, keep them honest, go with the check. Because honestly, I get away with this, especially when I use this about maybe once per set, to be honest. If it's a first to 5, maybe 2-3 times, but like for those first to 2s in Combat League and shit, friendly first to 5, I'll do this like once or twice. And again, it either hits or I don't get punished. So far, that's just my success rate with this move. I'm just telling you guys because I feel like no one's using this unless, and again, this is just, and if you notice, I'm only doing the unamplified version because I'll use this to try and end the fight. You know what I'm saying? After this, you can't, after a back throw, it's a little tricky because the back throw leaves them a little closer. So if you do it, you're still pretty far, but notice this is a little closer, and a little closer is a world of a difference when it comes to getting away with not being punished. So again, this is at your expense. It's up to you guys, not me. But alright though, again, the reason I think this is the best variation, well, honestly, it's pretty arguable. I'm going to go into all of them. I don't think there is a best variation at this point. I think it's all about how you play. For you more defensive Shaos out there, I feel like this is the variation for you. Just because, again, this capitalizes when you finally hit somebody. This is the variation that hits like a truck. The armor break is great. You can play aggressively, but again, you lose the shoulder, and if you're using this one specifically, you don't have Annihilation. There's no way to close this, obviously. I don't think I've used this the whole fucking time I've done this video. But this move, while it is, this is a great punish, and again, this is completely unbreakable. If your opponent tries, that's 25% for a bar, unbreakable. If your opponent tries to break away, it's even worse. Oh, that's right. I don't think you can do it properly. You gonna see some bullshit? Yeah, female characters they can break away. They do it right away. Unless they're in the corner. Corner's guaranteed. So let me just... Most people aren't going to perfectly time the breakaway. If you're that worried, just down 2. But if they break away, that's 27. Let's get her mid-screen again. You definitely can down 2. Which is 26. And again, you know, you still have frame advantage after that. Not a whole lot, but you do. You have frame advantage, so you can go the back 2 or dash up down 4. Try to get used to doing a dash up poke, guys, because it's really helpful. Because you do something like that, then they're forced into your frames. It's really good stuff, guys. But yeah, that pretty much concludes it for this. I hope you guys give this one a try, because a lot of you shit on Spirit Charge, and I think you're fucking a bunch of stupid apes. Bunch of dumbass monkeys. Just give this shit a try, because honestly, guys, it's mind-blowing how much damage you're gonna do consistently. That's the difference. You can get a lot with the other ones, but how often are you gonna cash out? Because you have to either guess. There's a mind game with the armor break, and I'll talk about that in my other guides, but that's the reason I've loved this move so much, is because there's no mind game. There is no mind game. If your opponent wants to break away, odds are they're doing a slight delay. 27. Heaven forbid you get a jump in. Heaven forbid you get a jump in and a standing 4. I mean, fuck. And if you want to extend it, like, let's go over that too. 40. And they have no meter now. And you have a mid projectile they have to block. Like, this is really good stuff. It's really good stuff. Give this shit a try. Please do. I'm saying that for all of them, but for you guys that are hardcore, diehard V2 fans, give this shit a try, because it's not as bad as you might think.
your dinner. Ay, yeah, my diamonds they cold like December. I fuck that bitch, make her legs trimmer. Ay, my diamonds on different. Ay, yeah, I'm on the block like a sim. Ay, she come when I whisper. Ay, yeah, hands on the knee, shit sick. Go lost. Hey,
yeah. We smash your thoughts. Fuck a bitch. She saw my. Hey, yeah. Hey, what? Hey.